What's up, YouTube? Team Movies here.
Now, the year had some really cool villains, some really menacing villains, some funny villains and all. So I decided to do my top 10 favorite villains of the year, and I'm actually going to interpret a couple of TV shows as a couple of TV villains as well. So if you want to go ask some some of your favorite TV villains of the year too, be my guest as well. So with that being said, here's my 10 favorite villains of the year. All right, coming in at number 10, I'm going to go with Emma Thompson for Cruella. Now, of course, her as the Abranis, the narcissistic and adoring head of the prestigious London fashion house, is terrific. Of course, she ends up becoming Estelle's, new boss and rival, and she's done some not so great stuff either. I thought this movie was really I really big because I didn't have too much hope for this movie. I really did not even thought the movie was going to be all that great, to be honest. Yeah, I thought it was really excellent. And Emma Thompson playing the villain. I mean, of course, we already know that Cruella is obviously is pretty much leading up to become a villain. But a villain to a villain is a thing. And, I thought, what they were able to do with Emma Thompson here was amazing. And she plays baddies really well. And of course, she is actually playing Miss Trunchbury in the upcoming Matilda film. Can't wait to see her in that. But man, I thought she was excellent in Cruella and really decent performance in my opinion. All right. Coming in at number 9, I'm going to go with Idris Elba for The Horror They Fought. Now, no, I'm not really going to consider him as a villain in the Suicide Squad because technically he's not a villain. Despite Suicide Squad being about villains, the leads are not technically villains, So I'm not even adding Suicide Squad on this list. But Idris Elba in The Horror They Fought is terrific. I mean, if you guys don't know much about this story, it's where this outlaw discovers enemy, who is played by Idris Elba, is being released from prison, and Idris Elba character actually killed the main character's parents and sister and all that. And I thought Idris Elba, I actually prefer Idris Elba as a villain more than a hero. So many people want him to become the next Bond. Me, I think he should be the next Bond villain because this guy is so menacing. Whether he's playing a villain in Star Trek Beyond, whether he's Shere Khan in Jungle Book, he's also technically a villain. He's being Knuckles in the new Sonic the Hedgehog movie. This guy plays a villain perfectly. He was also great in Hobbs and Shaw. And him in this is so great. Like his performance is terrific. His go back and forth with John the Majors was great. I mean, I know he was an excellent villain here, and he was terrific in this film. All right. Number 8, I'm going to go with John Cena for Fast 9. I know John Cena was a cool villain. He ended up pretty much being, being Dom's brother in this. But, man, John Cena, of course, he is also a Peacemaker in the new Peacemaker series, which I cannot wait to check that one out. But I think John Cena was so great at his scenes with Vin Diesel was great. I gotta say, the Fast and Furious movies has done better with the villains. From Luke Evans to Jason Statham to even Idris Elba to John Cena, Charlize Theron. I was never a fan of the Fast and Furious villains in the earliest ones, but they have gotten much better with their villains. And John Cena, I thought, was a great exception. So yeah, I'm curious to see who they're going to be the next bad guy in Fast 10 or even the next one. So yeah, I mean what a really cool performance here. Number 7 is not going to get lots of love, but I'm going to go with Don Cheadle in Space Jam: New Legacy. I mean, yeah, I gotta admit, Don Cheadle was actually a really highlight of this movie. Yeah, I gotta admit, Don Cheadle was actually a really highlight of this movie. I kid you not, his thing of wanting the Looney Tunes to pretty much dissipate, pretty much get erased, wanting more followers and wanting to still James followers is a really intriguing plot point there. But I still thought it was really cool. Don Cheadle was just he can play a bad guy pretty well when he wants to, and here he stole lots of scenes. I just thought he was excellent. And also the scene when he ended up getting buff was really cool. I had more fun with this movie than most people did, to be honest. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, obviously you can't really top, the Monstars or anything like that, but Anchiel still brought in. All right. Number 6 is of course Michael Myers, portrayed by James Dude Carnage. Obviously, Mike Myers is one of the most iconic horror villains. The scene at the end with Michael Myers, taking down the good mob was a trick. Probably the best final half of the movie I've seen since Endgame. I kid you not. That end series that they announced not so long ago, it's an amazing film. It's an amazing performance. Cannot wait to see more of Agatha in the future with that spinoff. So, yeah, I mean, she's probably not. You know what? Maybe I might even put her in the 10 favorite MCU villains. I know it's not a movie or anything like that, but she just might be one of my favorite MCU villains. Like, obviously, she's no Thanos or Loki or anything like that, but I still thought she was an amazing villain here and really menacing and such a good performance. All right, number 3 is another horror icon that in this year, and that is, of course, the character of Chucky, voiced by the great Brad Dourif. Where can you go with this one? Chucky is just like Michael Myers and even Jason, Freddy, and all. Chucky is one of the greatest horror movie villains of all time. I grew up watching Chucky from child. Obviously, I was way ahead. Child's Play was ahead of my time. But I remember watching Child's Play when I was a kid. Child's Play 2 was great. I so much adored it. And when they announced that they were doing a Chucky, I was a little skeptical at first, but then I was like, okay, maybe this could work. And of course, I saw it, and I just fell in love with this. Chucky gave was great. The one-liners he put out, we're getting more Chuckies as well. I mean, we're getting all Chuckies next season. So, poor villains of all time. And here he showed it. This dude literally went out even to kill a kid. All right? That's how sick this thought is. And Brad Dourif, by the way, oh man, I just love Brad Dourif in this. He really is. He is so awesome. How on earth did he not get cast as Joker is still beyond me, but he's so great. And of course, Tiff great. Fiona Dorff was terrific. So cannot wait for season 2 next year. All right, number 2 is of course Woody Harrelson as Carnage for Venom: Let There Be Carnage. I just thought Woody Harrelson was great in this. He was so menacing. His character reminds me of his character from Natural Born Killers, really. And the fight scenes between Venom and Carnage was great. I mean, I like the scene where Venom's not even wanting to fight him because he's a red symbiote, and he was like, "They're the worst." I mean, man, the chemistry between both Tom Hardy and the Simeon, I love that chemistry, But man, this is so like Venom: Let There Be Carnage. I think it's much better than the first film. It is that good. It's so fun. It's entertaining. I just adore it, and I'm hoping we get that one. And Woody Harrelson, he's great at the villain role, and here he really nailed it. All right. Now, my number 1 favorite villains of the year is a bit of a cheat, but I'm actually going with the villains, and that are the villains from Spider-Man: No Way Home. The villains, of course, including Doctor Octopus, Green Goblin, Sandman, who else? Electro, Lizard. I mean, you can't go wrong with the Spider-Man villains, all right? And I thought they were all great. Obviously, it was so cool that they were able to literally get Alfred Molina and Willem Dafoe back as these characters. I mean, I was always a fan of the Doctor Octopus character from Spider-Man 2. So seeing Doctor Octopus officially back here was the highlight of the movie. And Willem Dafoe as Green Goblin was great. I just really adore No Way Home, and it's definitely one of my favorite movies of the year. I actually probably going to see it maybe again this week. It's just so awesome, entertaining, really fun, and the villains is what made this movie so awesome. Now, of course, it had multiple villains, which I know that was a problem before, which was Spider-Man 3 and it made Spider-Man 2, but the multiple villains here worked much better than those other ones. So, yeah, that's pretty much all right there. Anyway, that's pretty much it. A quick rundown. 10, Emma Thompson for Cruella. 9, Idris Elba for The Harder They Fall. 8, John Cena for Fast 9. 7, Don Cheadle for Space Jam New Legacy. 6, Michael Myers for Halloween Kills. 5, Remy Malek for No Time to Die. 4, Catherine Hahn for WandaVision. 3, Chucky, played by Brad Dourif in Chucky. 2, Woody Harrelson for Venom Let There Be Carnage. And number 1, the villains from Spider-Man No Way Home. Now, those of other ones I probably could have added too. Let me pull up some other ones. Now I would say Matrix Resurrection, but that might be too much for spoilers. Just say who the villain is, so kind of why I left out Matrix. Let's see. What else we got here? Wait, I lost that. Sorry, guys. I lost that. Sorry, guys. All right. Of course, the villain from Chucky was a really decent one. The villains from Eternals was decent. The villain from Black Widow was decent. But to be honest, I didn't really want to flood my list with comic book characters because there was other great villains of the years than comic book characters. All right. There we are. All right, other villains I probably could have added is Tony Hill from Clifford was a really good one. Gal Gadot from Red Notice. Taika Waititi's Free Guy. Stellan Skarsgård from Dune. Who else? Joe Taslim from Mortal Kombat. Brad Saxon Jr. from the third from Thor 2. The villain from Nobody, who I cannot really pronounce the name. Peter Dinklage from I Care a Lot. Richard Brake from Bingo Hell. You had some other really good ones. Jesse Plemons from Jungle Cruise. Bobby Cannavale from Thunder Force. Gemma Chan from Ryan the Last Dragon. Some really decent ones this year. But let me lead you guys. Who are some of your favorite villains of the year? Drop comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell for notification. This is Cena signing out.